what exactly try block is doing, considering that the functionality or the purpose of try block. Okay, the purpose of try block, considering that identifying the errors. The functionality of try block and the purpose of try block, it will try to identify the errors. Within a try block, whatever the code is written, within a try block, whatever the code has been written, we need to begin. Try block will take care about in identifying the error. As simple as functionality of try block, identifying the errors. Functionality of try block, identifying the error. Okay. Now see that you're doing the programming, you're working with try block. While working try block, what is the functionality of the try block? Functionality of the try block, identifying the errors here. Okay. Now try block will just take care about in identifying the error. Try block will take care about in just identifying the error. If error is identified, it will not print that error. If error is identified, it will not be printing that error, because the functionality of try block, it will just identifying the error. That is what its functionality. Once error has been identified, need to be get print that particular error. Once error has been identified, need to be get print that particular error. To print that particular error, not like just printing. Before printing, we need to be get catch that error. Before printing, we need to be get catch that particular error. For that, apart from try block, you will be writing catch block. Apart from try block, you will be writing catch block. Now, try block, what is the functionality? Try block, what is the functionality? Identifying the errors. Once error is identified, that particular error need to be get catch by catch block. That particular error need to be get catching by catch block here. Now, see the understanding. Try block is trying for the error. Error identified. Once error has been identified, that particular error catching by catch block here. Catching by catch block. Now, the functionality of catch block. The functionality of catch block. Not like just catching the error. Not like just catching the error. It has to catch the error. It has to catch the error and need to be get print that error. Functionality of catch block. Functionality of catch block. Functionality of catch block is catching the error and printing the error. Functionality of catch block. Catching the error and printing that particular error. So that is what we got a possibility considering the try block and catch block. Now see the understanding. What is the functionality of try block? Identifying the error. What is the functionality of catch block? Functionality of catch block. Catching the error and printing the error. It's not like just only catching. It has to catch that error and need to be get print that particular error. Okay. Now, considering this particular error, while working programming, is that you will get only one particular error? When you work with programming, is that you will get only one particular error? No, right? A number of errors, different type of errors. So you may have a number of errors here. That means as there are a number of errors, different type of errors, how catch block will be knowing, what kind of error message need to be printed. Because considering that catch block, what is the functionality of catch block? Functionality of catch block. Catching the error and printing the error. It is catching it and it has to print that. While catching or while printing, it has to understand that what is that particular error. Because there are a number of error messages are there. What kind of error it is? That particular error message need to be printed. What kind of error it is, we need to be get printed. So for that particular purpose, while working programming, these particular Java guys provided. These particular Java guys, they got provided all predefined error messages. I mean, consider that error 1, this particular message. Error 2, this particular message. Error 3, this particular message. For each and every particular error, what kind of error messages? What kind of error messages need to be printed? All that error messages available in one particular class name. So what is that class name? What is that class name? Exception. This particular exception, you can consider this particular exception, you can consider superclass of all predefined error messages. In case of interviewer is asking that what is mean by this exception. If interviewer is asking that what is mean by this particular exception, we can say that superclass of predefined error messages. I mean, as simple as these particular Java guys, whatever error messages are there, all that particular error messages, they provided in class name of exception. So as simple as, what is the meaning of exception? Superclass of all predefined error messages. Superclass of all predefined error messages. It's not like one or two error messages. All error messages related to Java, what are all that particular error messages are there? All error messages provided under the class name of exception. So by that, how this is working? First we got try block. What is the functionality of try block? Identifying the error. Once error identified, what is the functionality of catch block? Catching the error and printing the error. Now, this particular catch block, it will be taking with E. This catch block will catch the exception, and then that error, it will cross check that error message will be passing to variable of E, and then it will be taking with, considering the taking with E here. I mean, we are taking that particular error message and we are printing that particular error message. Now the conclusion, while working programming, if you want to be get implement exception handling. Then it will be taking with the help of try block and catch block here. Considering the try block, functionality of try block, identifying the errors. Functionality of catch block, catching the error and printing the error. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this exception? Meaning of exception, superclass of all predefined error messages here. So this is what we got a possibility in working with this particular exception handling. Now, while working this programming, we cannot work with only try block and we cannot work with only catch block. If you want to implement exception handling, it's mandatory that try block has been required, catch block also required. If you want to implement exception handling, try block has been required. At the same time, catch block also required. Only try block, we cannot work with exception handling. Only catch block, we cannot work with exception handling. What we required? What we required? Try block and catch block. Which we required? Try block and catch block here. So both the things has been required. Now, and the last point, consider while executing, we got a try block. Try block is executing. Try block is executing. Then it will come to catch block. Functionality of try block, identifying the error. If error is identified, then it will come to catch block. If error is identified, then it will come to catch block. In case of there is no error. In case of there is no error in try block. In case of there is no error in the try block, then catch block will not be executed. See the understanding. As simple as catch block is executing. Catch block is executing only in case of errors in try block. Catch block is executing. Catch block is executing only in case of error in try block. If there is no error in try block, then your catch block will not be executed. So this is what we got a possibility in implementing with exception handling. Now to implement exception handling, taking with the help of try and catch block. One approach to implement exception handling, we are taking with the help of the one particular approach, that is try and catch block. Apart from that, we got another approach. Considering that, using the keyword. What is a keyword? Throws. So one approach is working with try and catch block. Another approach is working with throws keyword. So one is try and catch block. Another one throws keyword. According to tester comfortable, we can work with try and catch block, or we can work with throws keyword. So let's see that how we can work. First we'll understand working with try and catch block. After that, we'll take with throws keyword. Okay, let's see the syntax. Let's see that what exactly the syntax need to be get followed while working this particular exception handling. For that, you will be taking with class. Need to be get provided. that particular respective class name. You can provide any of the class name based on your comfortable, you can provide any of the class name. Okay. Now, considering that, writing with the statement, taking with, mentioning about public, static, void, main, and then taking with string, aux. Okay. Now, you can see here, as simple as we are taking with try block. We are taking with try block. What is the functionality of the try block? Functionality of the try block? Identifying the errors. Now, writing with a very simple logic. Writing with a very simple logic, mentioning that int equal to 10 by 0, and that will be taking with a. So that will be taking with a. Okay. Can we work with only try block? Can we work with only try block? No. Can we work with only catch block? Can we work with only catch block? No. What need to work? What need to work? Try block and catch block. Only try block, we cannot work. Only try block, we cannot work. Only catch block also, we cannot work. So what need to be done? Try block and catch block. Okay. Now we can see here. Considering that, taking with, catch block here. That will be mentioned. Considering that exception E. So that will be taking this particular statement. That will be mentioning that E. Okay. Now we can see here. I'm just removing one bracket. Okay. Got an error in the program? Giving an error or not? Okay. See the cursor? Okay. What it is mentioned? What it is mentioned? Syntax error. It is clearly mentioning that syntax error. It is clearly mentioning that syntax error. Any error, I mean, getting the error while writing the program. Getting the error while writing the program. What do you consider? What do you consider? Syntax error. Syntax errors are handled by Eclipse. Eclipse is taking care about in handling the syntax error. So that is what it is clearly mentioning that what is that particular error. According to that, you will go with the respective solution. Okay, done. Now, if we look into the program, in the Eclipse, is it is giving any error? Is there any error in the Eclipse? No? Okay. Let me run this program. Now we can see here, taking with run as Java application. Now we are executing the program. Previously, we got an error while writing the program. Now, we are executing the program. While executing the program, we'll see, is there any error? Okay. Got an error here? Right. What is error it is mentioned? Arithmetic exception. It is giving error. Considering that arithmetic exception. I mean, while writing the program, do we got this error? At the time of writing the program, do we got this error? No. Once if execute the program, then it is saying that there is an error related to arithmetic activity, considering the arithmetic exception. Okay. Now, you can see that. Now, this time, try block has been executed, catch block also executed. Okay. So now, this is the one you can mention, the one you will be consider exception handling, taking with try block and then considering the catch block here. Okay. Now, you can see here, considering the, okay. Now, you can see that. So while working this particular exception handling, we can get implemented this particular exception handling in a different ways. We can implement this particular exception handling in the different ways. Let's see that how exactly we can do it. So this we will be taking with exception handling. Okay. Now, this time, try block executed, catch block also executed. Okay, done. Now what we'll do is, this time, I'll go with correct one. I'll make this 3. Now we can see, previously, try block is executed, catch block also executed. So this time, as there is no error, it will execute only try block. Let's see here. Let's see the understanding. Just got an A output. The output need to give in a decimal, right? Why it is not giving in decimal? That output we have to get in the decimal. Why it is not giving? While taking the data type, what is the data type we provided? Integer. Because of that particular output giving an integer. So this is, we got this particular try block and then taking with catch block. Let's try another one. For example, you guys has been knowing about arrays concept. Knowing it? Arrays. Remembered or forgot? Remembered. Okay, what you remembered? Arrays. Oh, very perfect. What is the meaning of array? Meaning of array? Group of similar values, or I can consider the similar elements. Okay. Now we can see, I'm taking one particular array. I'm just taking with one particular array. So that particular array I'm taking with, mentioning about taking with A of 3. So first what I'll do is, I'll provide A of 12. Okay. Now we can see here, considering that while seeing the program in the Eclipse, is that it is giving any error? In the Eclipse, do we got any error? No. According to the syntax, see the concept here. According to the syntax, the program is correct. According to the syntax, the program is correct. Now, let me run it. Let me take this particular run activity. So run as Java application. Now, got an error? What is the error he got? Array index out of bound exception. It is giving an error saying that array index out of bound exception. Previously, what is error message we got? Arithmetic exception. Now what is error message we got? Array index out of bound exception. Is that both error messages are same? Is that both error messages are same? No. From where we are getting all these error messages? From where we are getting all these error messages? From try blocker. If we consider all these error messages provided in the class name of exception. So that is what the meaning of this. So what is the meaning of this exception? Meaning of this exception? Superclass of all predefined error messages. So related to Java, whatever errors are there, all that particular errors available in that particular class. So that it will be taking with superclass of all that particular predefined messages. So that is what you are taking with try block and then taking with catch block here. Now I'll just mention a of 2. Now if I run this program, what is output it will print? If I run this program, what is output it will print? 20 or 30? 20 or 30? 30. 20 or 30? Why 30? What is it? Index will start from 0. So while working arrays concept, you are taking with the help of index. Because of that, it will give output that it will be taking with 30. So mentioning that it is taking with index, so that is how giving with the output is 30. This is what we got an a possibility. This is what we got an a possibility in implementing with exception handling. So according to that particular requirement, need to be get understand about in implementing the respective things. So now the whole conclusion, we are working with Eclipse. While working Eclipse, what we can do? Writing the programs or executing the program. While writing the program, chances of getting an error. While executing the program, chances of getting an error. Getting the error at the time of writing the program. Consider as syntax error. Getting the error while executing the program. Consider as runtime error. Getting the error while writing the program. Syntax error. Syntax errors handled by Eclipse. Runtime errors handled by exception handling. To implement exception handling, we are taking with two approaches. One is try and catch a block. That is one approach. What is another approach? What is that? Throws. One is try and catch a block. Another one, throws. Considering the try block, what is the functionality of the try block? Identifying the error. Functionality of catch a block? Catching the error. When catch a block will execute? Catch a block ఎప్పుడు execute అవుతుంది? When catch a block will execute? Any error in try block. In case of any error in the try block, then your catch block will be executed. So this is how we got an option to implement exception handling. We got the option of taking with throws also. We got an option of taking with throws also. So that you will understand in the coming part. So for now, see the concepts. What we done, considering the class and then taking with method and then taking with object and then taking with data types and variables. After that, taking with static methods. After static methods, taking with conditions. After that, loops. After that, taking with keywords. After that, taking with scanner. After that, arrays, which you will be taking with arrays. After that, which you will be taking with switch. Okay. And then we got, and then we got another concept considering the inheritance and then taking with polymorphism and then taking with encapsulation and then taking with abstraction and then taking with interface and finally taking with exception handling. So we got other concepts also there, but need to be get comfortable, taking care about all these concepts here. Need to be get comfortable in taking care about all these concepts. With this, you can easily get comfortable with other concepts also. So need to be get spending with the more time in understanding about all these particular concepts. Just take care about all these particular concepts here. So now write with new heading. What is a new heading you will write? Right. Take with the new heading. Write with the new heading is Selenium WebDriver. Write with the new heading is Selenium WebDriver. Write with the new heading is Selenium WebDriver. Okay. So throws we'll understand in the coming part. The throws also will be discussing it. So that will take in the next part. So for now, need to be get taking with this particular try and catch block. That syntax need to be comfortable. So now write with the new heading. Mentioning the Selenium WebDriver. So need to be get comfortable in understanding what exactly this particular Selenium WebDriver, how we can write the code related to Selenium WebDriver, so that we'll understand. Okay, let's see that. But the very first thing, what is mean by Selenium? What is that? Selenium is one API having group of components here. What is the first component? Selenium IDE. After that, Selenium RC. After that, Selenium WebDriver. After that, Selenium Grid. Functionality of Selenium IDE. Functionality of Selenium IDE. Record and playback. Drawback of Selenium IDE. programming. Functionality of Selenium RC. Functionality of Selenium RC. Programming. Drawback of Selenium RC. Drawback of Selenium RC. Client and server. Functionality of Selenium WebDriver. What is that? Programming. Functionality of Selenium Grid. Functionality of Selenium Grid. Executing automation scripts in multiple browsers or multiple systems. Okay. In that, as we are already mentioned, this particular Selenium IDE, and then Selenium RC outdated for the current market. In this particular current market, there is no concept of Selenium IDE and Selenium RC. Need to be get work with Selenium WebDriver. Need to be get work with Selenium WebDriver. So let's see that how exactly we can work. Okay. Now, the very first understanding, while writing the program in Selenium WebDriver, we need to begin taking care about and following with certain standards. While writing the program or doing the program in Selenium WebDriver, we need to begin follow some standards here. So let's see that what exactly that particular standards need to be get followed. Okay. In that, the very first understanding, on which basis you will develop automation scripts? On which basis you will develop automation scripts? Automation scripts దేని బేస్ చేసుకొని డెవలప్ చేయాలి? What is that? Test cases. Automation scripts has been developing. Based on manual test cases. Automation scripts has been developing based on manual test cases. So first you will refer the manual test cases. Based on manual test case steps. Based on manual test case steps, we need to develop automation script. Based on manual test case steps, we have to develop automation scripts. Okay. Now, I can say that we got manual test cases. Based on these particular manual test cases, we need to develop automation script. Developing automation script or meaning of developing automation script. Indirectly considering that performing that particular respective action. I mean, for example, according to manual step, what is the first step we got? Test cases. Your favorite step. What is that? launch browser. After that, enter URL. That means you have to perform the action of launching the browser. You have to perform action of entering the username. You have to develop automation script. Meaning of developing automation script, you need to perform that particular respective action. Now, according to our understanding, how we can perform an action? According to our understanding, how we can perform an action? Action ela perform cheyali by using method according to our understanding. To perform an action, you are taking method. So how many types of methods? Two types. What are those? Predefined, user defined. Meaning of predefined? Defined by the language. Meaning of user defined? Defined by the user. Now, these particular methods, it can be related to Java or it can be related to Selenium. So, considering that taking with method, that method, it can be related to Java or it can be related to Selenium. It can be anything. Now, see the understanding. According to our understanding, method. What is the use of the method? To perform any action. This method available in class. Method available in class. Okay. Similar to that, this particular class available in package. Okay. So this particular one, you guys are very clear on that. Requirement is need to be get perform any action. Okay, action perform cheyali. To perform an action, what you are using? Method available in class available in package available in okay, package available in, what is that? jar file. That is what you are part 2. Previously you are already done up to package. Now continued with the same. Method available in class available in package available in jar file available in what is that? Google available in Google available in phone. Where Google is available? Your local system, your laptops. Your laptops are available in market, not in hostels. Okay, right. So that it will continue. So as simple as see the understanding. See the whole understanding. Requirement is need to be get perform any action. Okay, action perform cheyali. To perform any action, to get perform any action, we are taking with the help of method. We are taking the help of method. Method available in class available in package available in jar file available in Google. Okay. This part is done. Now, similar to this, you have to take care about, in access, considering that, how you will access the method? How will access the method? Method ఎలా access చేయాలి? By creating an object. By creating an object. Okay, done. Similar to that, you have to take care about class. How will take care about class? How you will get access for class? Class access ఎలా వస్తుంది? Import. So we are taking with considering that importing that package to get access of method. What you are doing? Create an object. To get access for class, what you are doing? Import package. Okay. Similar to that, you need to get access for package. You need to get access for package. How will get access for package? For that, packages are available in jar file. Because of that, to get access for package, add jar files. Mentioning that, add jar files to project. Add jar files to project. So we need to add jar files to project. So how to add jar files to the project? That you will understand. How to add jar files to the project? That you will understand. But before going to that, you are understanding. We got a method. How will get access for method? By creating an object. How will get access for class? By import package. How will get access for package? Add jar files to project. And finally, how you will get access for jar files? Is that is what you have to take with download. So how you are accessing the jar files is taking with download. You need to begin taking care about using download option. Either you can download from Google or you can download from that particular Selenium website here. So now see that considering that taking with access, how we are accessing the method? By using object. How we are accessing the class? By importing package. How we are accessing the jar files? Okay, taking with the package, adding the jar files to project. So that jar files, how we are accessing? Taking with download. So that means conclusion, if you want to work with Selenium, what we require? According to this, to work with Selenium, what we require? Annual test case, okay, apart from that. What we required? Jar files. Jar files has been required. It's not like an installation. To work with Selenium, there is no concept of installation. It's not like any installation. Just you have to take care about. Download jar files. The jar files add it to project. Import the required package, creating with object here. Your whole Selenium programming, not only Selenium, Java also, it will do the same thing. The whole Java programming also, it will do the same thing. But you may get in a doubt, Sir, you were saying Java program, but till now we have not added any jar file. Did you added any jar file related to Java? Related to Java, did you add it? No. As you have not added, then how Java programs are working? According to the programming, it's mandatory we required jar files. Without having the jar files, then how our Java programs are working? According to programming, jar files are mandatory. We have not added any jar file. So without adding the jar file, how Java programs are working? Oh. What is the option he got? What is the option he got? JRE system library. Having the jar files here. See the extension. So you will be able to see .jar. Nothing but indirectly library files. So that particular jar files are nothing but library files only. When you are working with the Java, when you work with Java, once you created the project, automatically Eclipse will take care about. In having all Java related jar files. Because of that, we have not added. But coming to the Selenium part, to work with Selenium, what we required? Jar files has been required. We have to take care about that jar files and then adding to the project and continued doing with required activity. Still, if you want to understand in a more simple way, considering that method, what is the use of the method? Use of the method to perform an action. Definition of the method. Definition of the method. Yeah. Definition of the method. Group of statements. You are considered as a method. Now we can see here. Considering that, taking with method, mentioning that group of statements, you are considered as a method. And considering that group of methods, consider us class. As simple as, guys, the same thing. So here we are already got methods. So this particular method, definition of the method, group of statements. Now group of methods, consider us class. Group of classes, consider us package. Group of packages, consider us jar file. Group of jar files, consider us Google. This group of jar files, considering that software. So the group of jar files considering that software, nothing but your .exe files here. So that is what you got in a software. If required, you can decode any of the .exe file. If you decode any of the .exe file, that particular .exe file you will be getting with jar file. Based on jar file, package. Based on package, class. Based on the class, method. That method performing an action. Performing an action is nothing but developing automation script. Developing an automation script is the concept of automation. So this is what you have to take care about. Doing or following the standards of this particular Selenium program. So going forward, to write any of the Selenium program, going forward to write any of the Selenium program, you have to take care about in implementing these things here. So that is what we have to understand. And apart from this, we have to take care about some Selenium setup also that we'll be discussing it. So in the meanwhile, so you have to take care about all the Java programs what we discussed. Along with that, in a very starting days, we discussed about object identification. Remember? Object identification. How many types? How many types? 8 types here. So refresh of that particular concept and then go through this particular Java concepts, taking the help of both the things, and will be writing with Selenium program. And apart from that, so you need to write exam. When you are writing the exam? When you are writing the exam, this particular Sunday, timings? Timings. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So that is what taking with the timings, have in a plan according to that here. Okay. So that have that particular preparation, and along with that, so from tomorrow we'll start writing our actual program from Selenium. From tomorrow, what we are discussing is your actual job role of automation tester. Once you gotten a job as automation tester, what you have to do, that is what you are going to learn from tomorrow here. So please take care about all the things here. While attending the tomorrow session, please refresh all your Java concepts. Tomorrow when we are applying the Java concepts, don't keep any blank faces or white faces here. Okay. So all the Java concepts will be applied. Because of that, refresh all the Java concepts along with object identification. Okay. Take care about the things. Take care about the practice. Carry on. Thank you.